Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. This is Vanessa Cardenas, Betrayal Recovery Specialist. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I have so much information for you. I know that usually with Facebook Lives and the YouTube Shorts and the Instagrams, it's like these little itty bitty micro things, and you just catch it and you're like, oh, what'd she say? How'd she say that? What was that? How do I do that? I have to replay it, and so forth and so on. And you get these little micro information. No, not today. I do need you to buckle up. I've got a lot of information for you because that's just how I roll. I just give it all. I am so grateful for all of the mentors and gurus and therapists and coaches that guided me when I went through my betrayal almost a decade ago. Yeah, almost a decade ago. And I'm so grateful to all of them for all of their wisdom. And what I did was I took bite-sized pieces of each one and gathered them all together. And then I share them with my clients, with you, on my channel, everywhere. Why? Because this information needs to get out there. It needs to get out there. Why? There's so many people hurting. There are so many people hurting. And hurt people hurt people. So I'm in front of you, a glorious example of the other side of betrayal. My breakdown, and it was my breakdown, led to my brilliance. It absolutely did. So I invite you to grab a pen, a piece of paper. We're going to come at you really fast. And you notice that I said we. I do need to introduce you to the other person that is with me. The other that's with me. Actually, she's been with me a really long time. As far back as I can remember. She's right here. She's right here in my mind. She talks to me all the time. Yes, we all know that. We have that inner critic. Yes, we do. And some of us, we think that they're our friend. Not to be mistaken with gut, with your gut. Gut is different than inner critic. And we know the difference. We do. We just don't recognize it sometimes. Our inner critic beats us down, just beats us down over and over and over again. And we become exhausted. We just do. And when we have a crisis, something that just completely shatters us, oh, she comes out in full force. She will beat you down. She will tell you everything that you don't want to hear, but you start to believe it. You start to believe that you're not good enough, that you're not pretty enough, that you're not this, you're not that, and you're and everything else. And you become what you hear in your head. And it's so destructive. It absolutely is. And we all know it. We do, because she talks to us in a way that we would never allow anyone else to talk to us. We might for a while if we are in an abusive relationship. But dare I say, are we in an abusive relationship with ourselves? Are we self-sabotaging ourselves because we are listening to the voice in our head that tells us that we're not good enough? Look what you did. See what you did? You'll never be loved. All of these nasty things. Yes, she is your nasty chick voice. Our time together, I value. Absolutely. What I'm going to share with you, I share in a 2-day workshop, and I'm going to condense it all down for 60 minutes, less than 60 minutes. I'm going to give it all to you. Why? Because you need to hear it. You need to hear it. You need to know that, first of all, what she's saying to you, no, 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 no. You are unique. You are special. You have great wisdom now. Yes, great wisdom now. And my definition of wisdom is knowledge plus lived through experience. And you have a lived through experience with your divorce. You do. You do. We were all duped into the Disney fairy tale. We were. As little girls, if you ask a second grade class, what they're looking forward into the future and whatnot, so many little girls comment about finding their Prince Charming and their wedding. You ask a high school group of girls about their wedding, and they've already started planning it. Yes, because Disney and all of these movies have romanticized what marriage is supposed to be. Supposed to be. I advocate in my practice for a responsible relationship. Yes, a responsible relationship. There are times where it doesn't work out. It just doesn't. And as gut-wrenching as it is, you're left standing. You might feel like you're on the floor. And for a long time, I was on that floor. Oh, I was on that floor, ugly crying. Oh, it was bad. It was really bad. I was betrayed by my beloved with 3 words. 3 words? I've met someone. My whole world came crashing down. It absolutely did. I was addicted to certainty. I thought for sure that if I checked off all the boxes and I did everything right, that I would be inoculated from anything terrible happening to me. I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong. And it shattered me in so many different ways. It did. And that's when I had a psychology degree. Why was this happening to me? Wait a second. I could fix him. Oh, and I could fix myself. No, no. It didn't work that way. It didn't work that way. It was only until I asked for help, that I asked for help, that I allowed people in, did my healing emerge. And one of the reasons that it took me so long to ask for help was the voice in my head. You can do this. Aren't you smart enough? Didn't you go to college for a psychology degree? You did something wrong. You have to fix it. And she beat me down every single day for weeks, for months. And I thought she was my friend. I really did. And it was only until I finally asked for help quieting the nasty chick voice in my head, to tap her down, to get her to move on. I know that you're always going to be with me. You're always going to be my shadow. But I need you to stop talking to me the way you're talking to me. I need you to be my cheerleader rather than the nasty chick voice and beating me down. So I'm here to invite you that we're going to do this. I'm going to show you and describe the techniques for you. There's a word of caution. We can listen to so many different things. We can listen to all of the gurus. We can read all of the books. We can listen to podcasts, which I love. We can absorb so much knowledge. But unless we implement what we have learned, it goes right out. It just does. Think of it this way. Have you ever sat on the couch? And I'm going to show my age. Back in the day, You would sit on the couch, and if you needed to go to the kitchen or you needed to go to the bathroom, there was no pause button. You missed something. Was there ever a time where you went off to the kitchen to get something, and as you made your way back to the living room or wherever your TV is, you forgot what you were watching? Yeah, you did. Have you ever had the experience where you're driving and you're taking the same route from work to home, home to work, work to home, home to work, and there's a time, and as scary as it is, you pull into your driveway and you realize, I don't even remember the drive. I don't even remember the drive because you've had a movie playing in your head or you've had some sort of dialogue going on in your head. Have you ever gotten to the place where you're so far removed from your initial thought that you have to play back all the different steps to figure out, wait a second, how did I start this? Oh, yeah, I need to go buy a bottle of wine. That then led to, oh, Jeanette likes this bottle of wine. Oh, well, the last time I brought it to her house, this situation happened and we met this couple and blah, 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 and this and that, and da, 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 da. And suddenly you're thinking about a trip that you needed to plan that, and you're like, wait a second, how did I get from this point to this point? I was in part A, and now I'm all the way over here. Yeah. It's what we've got going on in our minds. And that's what we need to disrupt. When we repeat all of this negative self-talk that we've got going on, it's exhausting. It truly, truly is. I recall the first moment I realized that she was with me. And we have to go way back, way back. I was in kindergarten. It was like the first or second day of kindergarten. I was so excited. I was so excited. I had my red Mary Janes on and my tights and my dress. And I was so excited to be there because I had a secret. And I held on to this secret and I couldn't wait to share it. And what we were doing the first couple of days of school was for the teacher to know how smart we were. She wanted us to stand up and to recite the alphabet and count from 1 to 10. So each day she called on a variety of children. And I slowly started to realize that I wasn't getting called on because my name started with a V for Vanessa. So I waited my turn. Patiently waited my turn. Couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. I was so excited. And she called on Samuel. And then she called on Thomas. Yes, it's gonna be my turn. It's gonna be my turn. And then she called on Ursula. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. She finally called my name and I sprang up. Oh, I was so excited. And I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Took a nice deep breath and then went ZYX, WVUT, RSQ, OP, NNLKJ. And I recited the alphabet backwards. Oh, I was so ridiculously proud of myself. I couldn't believe it. Yes, yes, yes. My teacher didn't see my brilliance. She pointed her finger at me. You're a smartass. Go to the corner. I was confused. What? I was waiting for the praise. I was waiting for the, wow, that was really interesting. Now, can you do it forwards? Which of course I could, but no. I got sent to the corner. All the other children were laughing at me. I sat in that corner, and that's when the nasty chick voice came out. Oh, yeah, she did. Never show anyone your brilliance. Never show anybody how smart you are. Never speak. And that day, I stopped. I don't think I spoke until the third grade. Yeah, I would get called on and I'd mumble an answer. But anytime I got called on, she came roaring back. Ooh, don't say anything. Don't give the right answer. She would tell me not to give the right answer. Don't show your brilliance. And then when my husband said those three words to me, oh, she came out full force. I told you, you see, you weren't a good wife. You're not a good mother. You're not a good employee. You're not good this. You're not good that. You have this. You have that. You're 40 pounds overweight. She was relentless with me. Relentless. We all have it. We all do. But we need to learn how to tap it down because it's not serving you. It's not serving you. So we are going to move forward and I am going to share with you some techniques. Are you ready for them? I'll give you a moment to grab a pen because you're going to need a pen. And if you're watching the replay, you might need to rewind this because we are going to give a lot of information to you. While you're getting your pen and paper and getting settled and getting anxious because, ooh, yes, I am going to give you lots of golden nuggets, things that you can incorporate right away. And what do you need? What do you actually need after a pen and paper right now to jot down your notes? You need Post-it notes. You need 3 Post-it notes and you need your mirror. Because as I said, this presentation is mirror, mirror. That is a time when we look in the mirror and we see ourselves and we wonder all kinds of things. For those of us that are alone or lonely, the mirror is worse because we look at it and wonder what went wrong. What went wrong? And then our nasty chick voice says, what did you do wrong? This is your fault. Ooh. As I said, she is absolutely relentless. So the first thing that we're going to want to do when she's very, very loud, because she can be very overwhelming. We've had people in our lives that have been overwhelming, and what we do is we distance ourselves away from them as best we can. Yes, I understand at Thanksgiving, we have no choice but to have to be around at Aunt Betty, who asks us a zillion questions and makes us feel defensive. I get that. Once a year, we got to deal with her. Our nasty chick voice, she's in there 24/7, 24/7. So we need to figure out a way of soothing her, calming her down, getting her not to jump every time a situation happens. For her to have faith in you, that you are capable of having the right decisions. Oh, those right decisions. We do have them, but she's screaming in our ear. What are you thinking? Be cautious. Don't take a risk. It's exhausting. It absolutely is exhausting. So the first thing that we want to do is we want you to take a breath, to absolutely take a breath. I'm going to share a technique with you. Yes, I'm going to share a technique with you. I share this with my clients and I share this at workshops, and hands down, they're floored by it. I'm going to share it with you. There was a time where I worked in an office building where, we're going back to the 1990s, where everybody would take a smoking break at about 10:15. Yes, they would all leave the office, head down to the designated smoking area, and they would come back so relaxed. They were so relaxed. And I was so envious. What's going on? What's going on that they're so relaxed? Do I need to take up smoking? So one time I decided to join them, not for the cigarette, but just to see kind of what's going on. Is it camaraderie? Are they all gathering in a circle and gossiping, or what's going on? So I went with them, and I noticed that everybody scattered, just everybody scattered. But what they did was they took a cigarette out of the pack, they put it to their lips, they lit it, and what's the first thing that they did? Did you catch that? They breathed. They inhaled deeply all the way down to their hips. They held it, and then they released. An average cigarette is 20 drags. That's 20 inhales. Now, don't misunderstand me. I am not advocating for smoking. What I'm advocating is smoking without a cigarette. Breathing. Breathe in, release. Oh, there's something about it. There's something about expanding your rib cage, expanding your chest, and taking a nice deep breath. Why do you think that there are people that say when you're all, agitated and anxious and everything else, they're like, oh, just breathe? There's some truth to that. There really is. Not quite said that way, but there is some truth to it. A nice deep breath. So for those of us that don't smoke, we're missing that opportunity of breathing, of taking that nice deep breath in, holding it, releasing it, taking 20 puffs, and then right at the end, you know it, you've seen it, they take that one final last little itty bitty drag, but it's the deepest one. All the way down, 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 hold it, and release. So that's a bonus tip, just so that you have that. So we're going to jump into how to tap down that nasty chick voice, because she's with you. I'm sure she's with you right at this moment, being very judgmental as well. Who's this chick on screen with the pink in her hair? Who does she think she is? She's so full of herself. I love it. I absolutely love it. Mm, dare I digress? I was a keynote speaker at an event. I was a surprise keynote speaker because the keynote speaker, unfortunately, came down with COVID. And I got called in at the last minute. So there was no prep for me. There was no indication of me in the program or any of the marketing material or anything. And I get on stage with the pink in my hair and my Doc Marten boots on my feet, and I get into it. I get a huge round of applause, a lot of standing ovation. I'm available to talk afterwards. People are coming up to me afterwards, and so forth and so on. It was such a great event. And as I stood on the line for the buffet lunch, there were two women ahead of me that were talking. And I don't think they realized that I was so close to them. And one turns to the other and she goes, she was so full of herself. I jumped the line. I ran right up to them and I was like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. You're absolutely right. I am full of myself, of me, because for so long I was everything to everyone else. I was giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and caring for everyone else. That somewhere along the line, I lost myself. And my nasty chick voice allowed me to do that. allowed me to do that. Make sure you're a good mother. Make sure you're a good wife. Make sure you're a good employee. Oh, you need to stay late. You need to do this. You need to do that. She was relentless with me. Here I was in front of two women who thought that it was a negative comment, and I took it all in. I absolutely loved it. So yes, I am full of myself because I am so grateful. I am so grateful to all of those before me that lent me their knowledge because I already had lived through experience and therefore gained wisdom. And that's what I have for you to have wisdom, because you will gain the knowledge here, but you already have the lived through experience. And therefore, you will have wisdom, wisdom in so many different ways, wisdom to be able to know that the next relationship that you have needs to be a responsible relationship, and that you are not going to repeat the patterns of the past. The past is back there for a reason. It's back there. Yes, it'll give you little reminders every once in a while, but you're not going to live in the past. Oh, no, 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 no. We're going to stay right here in the present, and we're going to look to the future. And we're going to look to the future with possibilities. Oh, the amount of possibilities that we can have. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, are you ready? So the technique, I have my trusty mirror. Yes, my trusty mirror, because this is mirror, mirror. First thing that you're going to do is you're going to have a Post-it note on your mirror. Yes. You're going to have 7 different sentences written on that Post-it note. 7. Yes, 7. You're going to give this some thought for a while, but you're going to write on the Post-it note your name. I'm proud that. I'm proud that. So in my particular case, it's Vanessa. I'm proud that you picked yourself up. I'm proud, Vanessa, I'm proud that you asked for help. Vanessa, I'm proud that you took a risk. Vanessa, I'm proud that you stepped into who you were meant to be. Vanessa, I'm proud that you wrote not 1, but 2 books. Vanessa, I'm proud that you love unconditionally. Vanessa, I'm proud that you live your life by your own design, with purpose, on purpose. The importance of this is that you look in the mirror and you say it to yourself. Yes, you need to say it to yourself. Your name, I'm proud that, and 7 things that you are proud of. You need to say it out loud. It needs to be said out loud while you're looking at yourself. Now, for those that are involved with their iPhones and their cameras and like to do social media, which I do as well, if you record yourself saying this. Yes, record yourself saying this. It's very powerful to see yourself saying what you are proud of. So that is your first Post-it note. Your first Post-it note on your mirror in your bathroom, wherever you spend the most time. So if in the morning you're brushing your teeth, I want you to see your Post-it note. Yes, your Post-it note, and I want you to read them off. It's extremely beneficial. And initially it might seem like, oh, I don't quite believe this. Well, if you wrote it down, part of you believes it. And you're just allowing the nasty chick voice to be like, oh, no, 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 yeah, no, 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 no. We want to tap her down. We want to tap her down with all of these things that you are amazing at, that you are proud of yourself for, whatever it is. And you think of those things for which you are proud of yourself for. And here we are in this group. Are you proud that you stepped away? Are you proud of yourself for standing up for yourself? Are you proud of yourself for speaking your truth? Are you proud of yourself for not taking it anymore? Find the things that you are proud of and celebrate it. Celebrate it. It's absolutely fine. I am giving you permission. Yes, Vanessa said I have permission to celebrate myself. It's not selfish. It is not. Yes, I know. She's screaming now. She's like, oh, hold on a second. You don't know me. You're listening to this chick with pink in her hair. Oh, no, 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 no. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I know. I know. I know it. I know it's happening because she's holding on to you for dear life. She is. And we want to tap her down because she's not serving you. She's not serving you. You ready for the next? We're going to take that nice deep breath without the cigarette. I get so excited sharing this. Oh, I do. Because I have seen the impact that these exercises have had on the women that have come into my practice and into my support groups, just shattered, not knowing what to do, and just rebutting everything that's said to them and playing small and getting small and feeling all of those emotions because their body has become the coffin for it all. And when we feel that overwhelming feeling, where we feel all those racing thoughts coming in and all of that chatter, we got to breathe it. You got to breathe it. Think of it that the second you breathe in, it mixes with all of that negativity, all of that. And then you breathe it out and you breathe it out strong. You release it, you release it, you release it. And what you fill it with is, again, those 7 sentences. Your name. Your name is the most beautiful, beautiful word in the English language, in any language. Your name. You know it. You know how it feels when somebody says your name. Why? Because you feel seen and heard. You feel seen and heard, even if they're calling somebody else with the same name. But once you hear that name, that's your namesake. And you might actually search them out. I wonder who the other Vanessa is. I wonder if she's as bold as I am. Dare I say, I was on a podcast, and the only reason that I got on the podcast was that the woman's name was Vanessa, and she had a blue streak in her hair. And I reached out to her and I said, by chance, is your blue streak in your hair a trauma response? She reached right back out to me. How did you know? I said, well, I have a pink streak in my hair. Trauma response. And we hit it off. Same name, same thing with our hair. And we had an amazing conversation on a podcast. Absolutely. You don't. So back there, I digress. I apologize. I'm just so excited to share all of this with you. So let me take it down. We want to do this in baby steps. We do. We do. It's not like we can go to the gym and do 600 crunches and the next day we have a 6-pack. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. It doesn't work like that. However, if we incrementally do things, We do these baby steps. We have these micro wins. Before we know it, we're so far. We're so far removed from the past, from all of that stuff back there, because we have incrementally done the work. Yes, it is work. And I'm sorry to say it. I know you're like, oh my God, there's so much work to do. There's so much I have to do, and this and that. And again, your nasty chick voice will start talking. And what we're working on is tapping her down. We are tapping her down. So you're going to do 7 sentences of what you are proud of. You are going to put it on a Post-it note, and you're going to put it on your mirror every day. Even if you walk into the bathroom in the midday, at the end of the day, read them off. Read them off, because your nasty chick voice needs to hear you say it. She needs to see you say it over and over and over again. Why is that? Because she has been talking to you over and over and over again and beating you down for weeks, months, years, decades. You know it. I know it. Now you are going to fight back, and you're going to tell her, listen, I know you're there. You think you're there to protect me. I appreciate that, but I got this. I got this. And these are the things that I am proud of. So stop telling me what I can't do or what I did wrong. Here is what I am proud of. So that's the first thing. I want you to take a nice deep breath in and let it out. Are you ready for more? Here we go. All right. Second Post-it note on my mirror. Okay. This one's a tough one. I know. This one was the hardest one for me. It was. I spent a lot of time thinking about my 7 sentences for this. Your name, I forgive you. Your name, I forgive you. So in my particular case, to give you some ideas, Vanessa, I forgive you for not seeing it. Vanessa, I forgive you for being small. Vanessa, I forgive you for being quiet. Vanessa, I forgive you for not being you. Vanessa, I forgive you for trying too hard. Vanessa, I forgive you for being everything to everyone else. Vanessa, I forgive you for being hard on yourself. Those were my 7. They've evolved and changed over time based on when I sense my nasty chick voice coming up again and saying things. I'm like, ooh, yeah, no, I'm not liking that. I'm not liking the way I suddenly feel in my body because you're starting to talk. No, 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 no. We need to tap you down. We need to tap you down. You need to take a vacation, whether that vacation's 10 minutes, an hour, 6 hours, a full day, a full week, a full month, full year. Yeah, full year. How we talk to ourselves is, it's gold. It's gold or it's crap. I don't know about you. I don't want the crap anymore. I want the gold. I want the gold. I want to be able to look in the mirror and go, yeah, I am full of myself. I love who I am now. I went through that betrayal. I went through all that darkness, that devastation, all of it, all of it. So I could be right here, right now, in front of you, telling you that you are unique, that you are special, that you are amazing. Because I know that you are. And you know that you are too. You're just letting her drown you out. Don't accept it. Don't accept it. Tell her to take a vacation. I need not to hear from you for 10 minutes. I need not to hear from you for an hour. She'll be there. She'll be in the background. We all know it. They spring back into action. Absolutely. But we want to tap it down. So that was part 2. Your name, I forgive you. We're going to take a nice deep breath. That one was hard. It is hard. It is so hard to forgive ourselves. We can so easily forgive others. We know that. We forgive our children pretty quickly, don't we? Yeah, we do. But we struggle to forgive ourselves. There's only so much that we can do, especially as women, because we are everything to everyone. We've been conditioned to be that way. And for those that are stay-at-home moms that have the most amazing career, yes, you do have the most amazing career because you are raising the next generation. That priceless, priceless, and not recognized for all of those efforts. Not recognized for all of those efforts. So I forgive you for sacrificing a career outside the home to be able to raise the next generation of responsible adults that can have responsible relationships with others. I honor you for that. And then when we go through the pain and the devastation that comes with betrayal or divorce, our nasty chick voice rises to the occasion and beats us down. She does. Don't tolerate it. Absolutely don't tolerate it. You're stronger than you realize. And you just have to stand up and celebrate you. Celebrate you. So these exercises that I've suggested to you, that's a way of you celebrating yourself. Take some time, sit with them. The sentences that you write today for your Post-it notes tomorrow might change in 3-4 weeks, might change in 3 or 4 months, because you have new things to be proud of. And you might have new things to forgive yourself for that are so far in the past, but they still have that a little bit of extra charge to them. And you want to be able to finally let those go, to forgive yourself for whatever it is. Are you ready for the third thing? Yes, let's do this before we run out of time. The third thing. You ready for it? We're going to take a nice deep breath. We're going to let out all the remnants again, because I know she keeps percolating up going, no, I don't like that. No, I don't like that either. No, I don't know. Yeah, she's getting a little afraid. She's getting a little afraid because you're building your muscles. You're building your celebration muscles. You're building who you are. Yes, who you are, because who you have been has always been there. Always been there. It was your birthright. Yes, it was your birthright. I said it. I want you to believe it. I know it's true. I just need you to know it's true. So we're on the third. The third thing you're going to do, the third Post-it note you are going to have on your mirror. Again, your name. I commit to. I know, challenging in your life where you have so many commitments and you're like, oh my gosh, please don't make me do yet another thing. Oh my God, are you going to talk about self-care now? Oh, I keep hearing about self-care and self-care and self-care. No, I'm not shaming you into self-care. I'm not. You don't like getting a massage because you don't want somebody touching you, then don't get a massage. You don't want to get your nails done because you type all day long and it's like, or you're in the garden or whatever it might be, and you ruin your nails every single time, then don't get your nails done. Whatever it is. Then no, 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 no. So, with that being said, I want you to come up with 7 sentences. Yes, another 7 with the sentence start of your name, I commit to. Your name, I commit to. I'm going to give you some examples because this is my post-it note. Yes, it's been written and rewritten over and over and over again. Regrettably, I've lost the first one. I would have liked the first one to be able to share with everybody. Here's what it was years and years ago, and here's what it is now. So I'm going to share what it is with you. Here it is now. Vanessa, I commit to you to put yourself on the list. Yes, put yourself on the list. We all have to-do lists every single day. We have a calendar, a family calendar on our fridge, or we have a day planner, or whatever it is, or on our phone or whatnot. Put yourself on the list. Put yourself on the list. Vanessa, I commit to you to nourish your mind. In my case, I'm a perpetual student. I am. I love to learn. I love to learn from the gurus because I take this and I take that and I take this and I take that, and this feels good and that feels good. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the way that feels. Nourish your mind. Vanessa, I commit to you to nourish your body. Yeah. Take an extra few moments to really think about what you are eating and drinking. Be intentional. Vanessa, I commit to you to nourish your spirit. In my particular case, when a synchronicity happens, I just say thank you. An example, if I leave the house and I forget my car keys, and I turn around and go back into the house to get my car keys, and I realize it's right next to an umbrella and it's going to rain. Had I had my car keys in my hand when I left and I didn't have to go back in, I wouldn't have an umbrella. But there was something about the action of leaving my keys, forgetting my keys, having to come back in, and then noticing, oh, the umbrella, and taking that as well. And then I say, thank you. Thank you. That's it. Just because I recognize, had this not happened, that wouldn't have happened. So I nourish my spirit by acknowledging those little synchronicities. I'll give you an example. We have been together for 50 minutes now. Let's say you're actually really enjoying this particular live and you're like, wow, this woman's coming at me with a lot of great information. I almost feel like she sees me, she hears me, she values my time. Maybe that's a synchronicity. And we can just go, thank you. Vanessa, I commit to you to say yes to new possibilities. Yes, to new possibilities. That's what I did here. Reached out to Angie. She posted something somewhere and said, hey, I need speakers to speak to my divorced women support group. Anybody interested? And I jumped all over it. I said yes to the possibility because I love sharing this information. I absolutely do. It fills me up. Yes, and I become full of myself. And then, Vanessa, I commit to you to say no to those that drag you down. Yes, those people that drag me down, I will say no to. If it doesn't feel right, I'm not going to do it. And then lastly, Vanessa, I commit to you to soar, to sing, to laugh, to have fun, to be impactful, to make a difference. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in. We have covered a lot of material very, very quickly. I know it came at you extremely fast, and there's so much to share. There absolutely is, but I want to respect the time because we have had some amazing speakers here already. As you know, Melody was before me, and then Diane and Lauren and Cassie and Melissa and Susie. And if I'm rattling off names and you're like, wait a second, when did they speak? Go back through the feed. You will see their presentations. There is so much wisdom here. And again, wisdom and knowledge and lived through experience. So when you need help and you need that support, know that you have it here. And I would be remiss if I didn't share myself with you. And the reason that I say this is, as I mentioned, I do keynote speeches. And I would get off the stage and I would hightail it out. And one time, a couple of years ago, a woman stopped me as I was leaving, and she came up to me and she was so angry. She was so angry. She said, Vanessa, how dare you? How dare you? I'm looking around for the other Vanessa. I'm like, she talking to me? Kind of thing. She goes, you opened me up. You made me feel so much better. You gave me tools and tips and techniques that I can implement right away that were easy, but I understand the value of them. And then you just left without any way of getting in touch with you. How do I work with you? You just, thank you very much. You got off the stage and that was it. And you're getting ready to leave. You're getting ready to leave without even indicating how I can get in touch with you so that I can work with you, because you are the person that I want to work with. You are the person that has spoken to me. I have listened to so many other keynote speeches. I've listened to workshops. I've worked with coaches and I've worked with therapists, but you are the one I want to work with. And I have no way of getting in touch with you. How dare you? It really got me thinking. It really, really got me thinking, because I'm not into sales. I'm not. We've all been slime sold to, where, oh, join my program, buy my book. No, I want to experience you. I want to have an experience. I want to have a connection with you. I want to feel what you are all about. And if it resonates, great. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. If you take away one golden nugget from this time that you have spent with me, I've done my job. I've done my job. If you take away a boatload of stuff, oh, that's golden. Absolutely. And if we never interact again, that's absolutely fine. Because I'm hoping that you will remember, Vanessa said to breathe all the way down to my hips. And that when I exhale forcefully, I'm getting all the crap out, Vanessa said. And then if you choose to actually work with me, oh, we could move mountains together. I know that because I've done it with others, and I can absolutely do it with you. So I would be remiss not telling you how to get in touch with me. So my website, my URL is understandingear.com. I'm also all over the socials by my name, Vanessa Cardenas, including YouTube channel. I have over 180 videos, I believe, on all kinds of different topics, all related to betrayal, because that is my specialty, because I lived through it. And I have now curated the wisdom to be able to help others. So thank you so much for your time. I hope that you found this incredibly valuable. Please thumbs up, comments, show a lot of love. Let me know that it resonated with you in some manner, shape, or form. And if you want to get in touch with me, you know how. You can always direct message me or anything of that nature. With that being said, thank you so much, Angie, for organizing this and giving such great value to all, all of your members of your really very well run Facebook group. It has been an honor and privilege. I am deeply humbled for being here with all of you. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know that we went to exactly the moment. You have your next guest speaker on. She's going to be fantastic. Make sure you stick around for that. Thank you, everyone.